Alabama at Auburn. Alabama's a 14.5-point favorite. The game is Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, over on CBS. I've got two kind of ways of thinking that are clashing in my head right now. I've got the November theory, and I've got the Jordan Hare history theory. So in November, the November theory is if a team is surging and then a team is fading, there's usually not the rebound. There's usually not the regression to the mean. You've just got teams on permanent trajectories, a la Georgia versus Tennessee last week. And one team just may be out of gas, and another team is about to completely roll that team. And that may be the situation we're in Saturday. But then as soon as the angel on this shoulder says that, the other angel, the pro-Auburn angel, comes in and says, yeah, but you know what it's like when Bama goes into Jordan-Hare Stadium in November. And I've just witnessed it too many times to ignore the orange and blue angel over here is my point. So these are very conflicting ideologies going on in my head right now. This is just a day in my life. This is happening upstairs all the time. I just don't talk about it a lot. And the company offers counseling to me. I just don't take them up on it. I depend on you guys instead. Auburn's got to deflate this game. If they have a shot at pulling this upset, I can't believe these words are going to come out of my mouth. Auburn has to do to Alabama what New Mexico State did to Auburn. There you go, guys. I said it. Pay me my money. You dared me, I wouldn't. They've got to, though. New Mexico State, do you realize they held Auburn to 8 total possessions last week? Auburn ran 45 plays. And Auburn's got to do the exact same thing to Alabama. They probably got to be +1 or +2 turnovers. They got to limit possessions. They've got to harass Jalen Milroe, kind of like teams did earlier in the year, and they got to just hope that he's not accurate downfield as they're dedicating extra bodies to harass him like A&M did. A&M got to him, but A&M paid the price over the top. Auburn's got to hope for best of both worlds there. Auburn's 4-0 also when they have an individual run the ball for 100 or more. I'm not quite sure they eclipse that mark against Alabama, but if they can do these things, if they can reach these benchmarks, and they can stun Georgia or stun Alabama early like they did Georgia, grab a 10-0 lead, who knows? Here's the problem. One of several as I see them. Here's a little pre-padlock stat for you in the Iron Bowl. Auburn is 87th in explosive plays allowed. That's what Alabama does. That's what Jalen Milroe does. Bama's 9th in the country. Milroe's one of the best quarterbacks in the country in doing it. It should allow Alabama to jump on them early, avoid the alternative happening, and if they do, if Alabama jumps on them early, full-on murder ball in the second half. That's the recipe. That's the script you have to flip. If you're Peyton Thorne, if you're Hugh Freeze, if you're Auburn, Alabama's passing attack also, the other reason I don't have a ton of confidence in Auburn here is unlike earlier in the year, Bama's not leaning on 1 or 2 receivers. The past 4 games, listen to this, 8 different guys caught passes in the Tennessee game. 8 different guys caught passes in the LSU game. 10 different guys caught passes in the Kentucky game, and Jermaine Burton, their number 1, was out that game. And 9 guys caught passes against Chattanooga last week. So Alabama's spreading the ball around, which greatly reduces the odds of you keying or bracketing on any 1 or 2 guys. If you do, they've got other options, which I felt like at the beginning of the year. I just thought they totally underutilized and mismanaged their wide receiver room. That's been a theme for a couple of years up there now, or down there. I guess I'm in Nashville, so it's down there now. So having said all that, let's take a look at what the model thinks, because the odds presented by FanDuel on this game are Bama minus 14.5. The number is not fat enough. They are baking past Iron Bowls into that number. That's the only reason it's that low. And I don't think it's a trap. I think the number should be up closer to 17. So there's nothing hidden here to me. I'm taking Bama to win. I'm taking Bama to cover. I just think they're rolling at the right time. And I think Auburn is fading at the wrong time. And did you hear Hugh Freeze Monday? Did you hear the Auburn head coach step to the podium? He stepped to the podium and probably said the thing I would least like to hear. He said, it's Iron Bowl week, and there's still a fog over our team from the New Mexico State game. I would like us to have a little more intensity. That's not good, friends. That stuff's supposed to be a given any given week, but especially an Iron Bowl week. So I respect the you-know-what out of Jordan-Hare Stadium and its ability to just lean in on Alabama seemingly as an environment. I don't think that's going to be a four-quarter issue for Alabama. They'll weather an early storm if they need to. I think Alabama will be okay Saturday.